Angeles Chargers taking on the New York Giants.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here at Inglewood. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Chargers. Alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should. And what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader, because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. That's some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Giants' 36-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now back to throw. Out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now 1 in the first quarter. What do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move, but the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that. Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sacks. What do you have, 4 in the game last week? Without having some go-to moves with counters.
So now here are the Giants as they'll get their first opportunity here. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
And what a performance he is coming off of. I know that this is a different era of football where we're throwing it around a heck of a lot more, but still, Over 500 yards
500.
passing. That's phenomenal, incredible. Let's see if he can take last week's game and carry it forward and have another similar performance.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Well, if they can execute the run-pass option like that, it puts the defense in a really, really tough spot.
The running ability of Kyler Murray makes defensive coordinators and players crazy because essentially now you have an extra running back there. So if he keeps it, you've got a problem. If he hands it inside, you're probably not ready for it because you have all your focus back on number one.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 8 catches, 96 yards.
And in doing preparation for the game, you've noticed where guys rank in the league in terms of statistical categories. He's 4th in the league in receiving yards. That caught my attention in a positive way.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Mecole Hardman with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season. All the off-season preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and of course it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, are they getting downfield, creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 39.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 45-yard line. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. It's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And that is incomplete.
The pass intended for Eric.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 39. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
At the 22-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Shotgun now from Murray. That's complete. Okuegbuna. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First down.
They get that complete to Albert O. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
On the pickup, brings up
facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a handoff looking right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. A quick throw complete out to Isabella. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First down, New York. That's the end of the
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chargers, nothing.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
On the stop. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. They'll roll him out right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Complete to number 30.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Complete to number
From
87.
8 yards out, and the Giants are able to grow their lead.
Lining up.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 8. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Resulting in the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
First down, Murray. And man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Play action. Now it's Murray. Rolling to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The ball carried by number.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Brought down by Taylor.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time when they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Chargers getting set to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%,
and he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Right. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
1st down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
1st and goal.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
Forced out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Giants add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the 1st half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Fielded in the end zone.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
So out come the Chargers. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes inside and puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Second and 10.
A final shot before half from Murray. Steps away to his left. And his throw is incomplete. So, well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play.
Chargers, nothing.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Buying time to his left. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Isabella.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now they try the right side here. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
The ball carried.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Murray's pass. Complete.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And this throw caught left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Mecole Hardman with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Michael Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but
yeah,
no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field.
More from L.A. in a moment.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The kick here is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Henry, the ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And they finally get to him as he's taken down.
Quarterback sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. Inside the 40. To the right side to Eric Ebron. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach. Not.
And now the other man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A toss right to Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
The tackle made by
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Giants' 27-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
6 yards.
Murray now. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. To throw, it's Murray. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Mecole Hardman there to make the grab. And the Giants have got it on cruise control.
Michael Badgley.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Chargers, nothing.
He finds an opening past the 40. Able with it over the middle. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll look to throw. And this one quickly to land. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fielded in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. L.A. readies for its next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Side, he's got his man. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
15.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. From the right side here, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 3rd touchdown Chargers are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Myers connects on the PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
This will make it into the end zone, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center.
And it's been a good game for him to this point, Charles. They're winning on the scoreboard. They got to be feeling pretty good.
And it's always fun for them when they're not just winning on the scoreboard, but they're contributing in a big way. You see him throwing touchdown passes, watching this video here. It's got to be a fun time for him and a relaxed time because nothing is pressing.
Relaxed, cool, calm, collective, all those things describing him right now. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Mike Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And those numbers, they kind of tell the story of his game so far. Started off not so hot. Now he's really heated up.
And remember, he signed up for duty as the guy who leads the team, right? The field general, the signal caller. So when things go rocky early, he can't just exit out and ask someone else to pick things up. He's got to do it himself, and that's what he's done here in this game.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw here. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Quarterback taken down and set.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Derrick Henry.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. It makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line as as he will not come close to the marker. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Taken down right at
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Chargers.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
First down.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
New York.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Able to hit his target Lamb.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Today's
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew.